Daughter's face crumble as she held the doll with one arm missing. The box wasn't even wrapped. It still had the clearance sticker on it. My nieces and nephews were surrounded by mountains of gifts. New iPads, designer shoes, gaming consoles still in plastic. My sister Valerie's kids had been opening presents for 40 minutes while my daughter Rosie sat in the corner holding one broken toy. Don't make a scene, my mom whispered. We had a tight budget this year. You bought Jax a PlayStation, I said, pointing at my nephew ripping into his fourth box. That's different. Valerie's kids live closer. We see them more. We live 20 minutes away. My dad waved his hand from the recliner. Look, Rosie's not the favorite. That's just how it is. Some grandkids are closer to us and that's natural. Stop being so sensitive about everything. He said it loud enough for the entire room to hear. Rosie looked up at me with tears running down her cheeks. She was 5. She didn't understand favoritism or why grandma bought her cousin's iPads and gave her a broken doll that smelled like basement storage. Valerie's oldest nudged her brother. She got the reject toy, she whispered, and they both giggled. Valerie saw them laughing and did nothing. My mom pretended to arrange cookies. My dad didn't look up from his phone. Rosie walked over and buried her face in my leg. Mama, did I do something bad? That sentence broke something inside me. Not cracked, broke, clean through. I picked up Rosie and walked to the front door without a word. Where are you going? My mom called. We haven't done dinner. I'll be back. I drove to the one store open on Christmas running a holiday sale. I'd been saving for months for exactly this kind of emergency because my parents had pulled this favoritism garbage for years. I just never had proof this blatant. I walked through the aisles with Rosie on my hip. Pick whatever you want, baby. Anything in this whole store. Her eyes went wide. Anything? She picked a giant stuffed unicorn bigger than her. Then a princess dress with real sequins. Then an art set with 120 colored pencils. Then a pink bike with streamers and a bell. I loaded everything into the car. Rosie was bouncing in her seat holding the unicorn, laughing that full body laugh kids do when they can't contain the joy. We drove back. I carried everything inside in 3 trips. Nobody said a word as I walked past them. I set up the bike next to Jax's PlayStation, put the unicorn on the couch where everyone could see it, laid out the art set and princess dress on the coffee table. Then I knelt in front of Rosie. Merry Christmas, baby, from Mama. She screamed with excitement and dove into everything. The dress went on immediately over her clothes. She climbed onto the bike and rang the bell 6 times. She dumped out all 120 pencils and started drawing on the floor. The room was completely silent. My nieces stared at her haul. Jax put down his controller. Valerie's youngest walked over and touched the unicorn. How come Rosie gets all that? My mom's face was bright red. You didn't need to do all that. You're trying to make us look bad. You made yourselves look bad when you gave a 5-year-old a broken toy and told her she wasn't the favorite. My dad stood up. She should be grateful she got anything. Rosie stopped drawing. She looked up at her grandfather with those big brown eyes. Grandpa, why don't you like me? The room went so quiet I could hear the clock on the wall. My dad opened his mouth, but nothing came out. My mom covered her face. Valerie suddenly became very interested in cleaning wrapping paper. We're leaving, I said. Rosie, grab your unicorn. You're overreacting. My mom tried. If you leave now, don't expect us to apologize. I stopped at the door. I don't expect you to apologize. I expect you to remember this next time you wonder why we stopped coming to Christmas. Rosie looked back from the doorway, princess dress sparkling, unicorn under one arm, and said, bye-bye, Grandpa. I still love you even though you don't love me. My dad's face collapsed. He sat back down and stared at the floor. We loaded the car. Rosie fell asleep hugging her unicorn before we hit the highway. My mom called 6 times that night. I let everyone go to voicemail. The last message was my dad. His voice was hoarse and quiet. She's wrong. I do love her. I just forgot how to show it. I saved it but didn't call back. Some lessons need to sit for a while before they stick.